Nobody ever expected that this video can actually showcase at this time. You know, it was just few days ago that Buhari was announced dead and all of that, and they do his burial, they conducted his burial fast, and they finally left the pitch. You know, nobody ever expected it, because the moment they buried Buhari, a lot of people were actually thinking that the story would just go down, that everything that they actually saying about Buhari, everything will just go down. But come and see what is actually going on. This story did not go down. BBC have finally digged out everything, the way they did it to TB Joshua back then. Few years after TB Joshua poof, they released the documentary of TB Joshua, and they released all the atrocities that TB Joshua actually committed allegedly. Now the same thing is what they actually doing to Buhari. Buhari did not even stay on. Just few days stories that they release everything. What you did not even know. You that may be thinking that you know a lot about the atrocities that Buhari committed, how they did body double and all of that allegedly and all. You will hear things for yourself. What you don't even know are finally be released. Come and see things the way it goes. I would like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video as you're watching, and just do what to share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like it. Like the video. Give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Muhammad.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just endeavor to click the red subscription button appearing on the video screen. Smash the red subscription button and click the notification bell icon alongside, so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, you won't miss out. YouTube will easily notify you. You know, a lot of things is actually going on now. You know, a lot of people never expected that the moment they buried Buhari, what Buhari did will still continue to be coming up to the media and all of that. Nobody ever expected it. Some people were thinking the moment they buried the man, everything about him will just go down and people will forget him and all of that. But come and see what transpired few hours ago. The video that nobody ever expected. A lot of people never expected this video. You know, they never see it coming. They never expected that BBC can actually drop this video in the heart of the day, because when TB Joshua poof, a lot of controversies were actually around the poofing of TB Joshua and all of that. In his lifestyle, a lot of people said he did all manner of things and all, but there were some evidence. But after some years, BBC came up with some level of evidence, and they released the evidence as regards the poofing of TB Joshua and all of that. And as if that is not enough, the same BBC have finally come up again. They finally burst out on what a lot of people did not know as regards what transpired in the regime of Buhari and all, how they did body double things and all of that allegedly. You hear things for yourself, you will see things the way it goes. So I would like us to stay connected to the end of the video. If you can share the video, just endeavor to share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. Let a lot of people get to know what's happening as far as Nigeria is concerned, right from the time of Buhari to TINUBU regime. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know, what a lot of people have been bringing up to the media for a while now is just alleged, because concrete evidence weren't on ground actually buttress the fact that Buhari actually posted in 2017. Yes, a lot of Nigerians keep believing the fact that Buhari posted in 2017, that the announcement that TINUBU government actually gave some days ago as regards the poofing of Buhari, they said they're just trying to cover up all the old scenarios as regards how Buhari poof and all. You know, a lot of evidences came out as regards the fact that Buhari poofed in 2017. But since it's not coming from a trusted source, since it's not coming from the right channel, a lot of people still don't believe it. Why some believe that Buhari poof 2025 the moment they announced it in London and all of that? Yes, some people still believe that. I'm not disputing the fact that Buhari is not poof in 2025, but you will hear things for yourself in this very video. Come and hear from the source. Come and hear from the horseman yourself. Come and hear things yourself. Come and see things the way it goes. What a lot of you did not even know. You know, many of you, what you only know was, oh, Buhari wife divorced him when Buhari finished his tenure after 8 years and all of that. And you know, when Buhari returned to Dara in Katsina, the wife did not follow him, and the wife divorced him even at the age of 80 or thereabout. Now the question I'll be running at that, how will you divorce a man of 80 years of age? What do you want to divorce in that man's body again? Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking. The man you've raised kids together together, you've built homes together, you've did different things together, and your children have even got married. Why will you just divorce the man at the old age 80, for crying out loud? Those are the questions that a lot of Nigerians are asking. So those are part of the things that Nigerians know, and they think they know something. And some people came out and they said, oh, when Buhari came back, when Buhari came back from a long trip after being hospitalized for many months in London, and Osinbajo was actually about to actually dethrone him and sit as the president. According to the constitution of Nigeria, you can't stay for a longer certain period outside the country as a president because the constitution did not allow it, and your vice will take over from you. So Buhari take long for a while, and Osinbajo was about to actually emerge as the president when Buhari came back again. And since when Buhari came back, the observation of Nigerians were Buhari did not get sick like that again. Someone that always gets sick frequently did not just get sick again. And some people were saying that, oh, his body changes and a lot of things changes about him, and his face actually changed as well, and they saw some changes according to them. Those are the observations of many Nigerians, but some Nigerians keep saying that Buhari pushed since 2017, and they brought out evidences even to the extent that they said the thumbprinting of Buhari did not open his office when he returned back from London treatment to Nigeria, allegedly, because they did not provide the concrete evidence to actually buttress that part. Everything that Nigerians have been putting up, they are just speculations based on the fact that, oh, Buhari have proof. But come and see things yourself. Come and hear things yourself. If they're thinking that bloggers are coming up with speculations and all of that, or bloggers are liars, or bloggers are telling lies as regards the proofing of Buhari, yes, we BBC Lie and some other big platforms and all of that, other big media houses, will they just come up to just lie? When BBC released the documentary as regards TB Joshua, did BBC tell lies? Do some people came out, they said, oh, why would BBC release this kind of documentary that, oh, TB Joshua is a good man? So people still believe the fact that TB Joshua is a good man. Why some are saying that TB Joshua is not good and all of that? But BBC still released the documentary, and the documentary portrays the fact that TB Joshua did a lot of bad things in his lifetime and all of that. But that's not even where we're going to. The same BBC have released their thing the way they normally release it again. Come and see what they actually released as regards Buhari. Do everything is still alleged, because I'm saying it, there's still no concrete evidence. But come and hear from the horse mouth yourself. Come and see things the way it goes. What you think you know as regards the proofing of Buhari, you did not know anything. Just admit that you did not know anything. You will hear things yourself in this very video. You hear what you did not even expect that it can happen, but it happened allegedly. Now, like us stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just do what to share it. Share it. Let a lot of Nigerians get to know what's actually going on, and let a lot of Nigerians see what's going on in the media. And if you can share it, just like the video. Do what to like it. Thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it for us. Just stay connected as we go into the video. I'm coming back again.
Muhammadu Buhari was a military dictator turned Democrat. In 2015, he took the oath of office as a president elected by the people. And as the first presidential candidate to defeat a sitting leader, it was a remarkable moment in the country's history. It was in 1983 that he first ruled the country, taking power in a coup. As a young officer, he rapidly rose through the army ranks during a time when Nigeria was experiencing frequent regime changes. When he came to power, the economy was in turmoil and official corruption was rampant. He vowed to come down hard.
Fraud, indiscipline, corruption, squandermania.
His time in power is best remembered for campaigns against what he called squandermania, but also for human rights abuses. But the general who promised to clean up the system didn't last long. After 20 months, he was himself ousted in a coup. It was only after the restoration of democracy in Nigeria at the turn of the century that Muhammadu Buhari once again became a prominent figure in public life. Never a natural politician, he was seen as aloof and austere, but he retained a reputation for personal honesty, a rare feat for a politician in Nigeria.
Corruption has virtually been developed into a culture in Nigeria. From the day we are sworn in as a government, anybody who abuses trust will be called to account.
After 3 failed attempts, he was elected the country's leader for 2 consecutive terms. His time in office coincided with a slump in global oil prices and the country's worst economic crisis in decades. His administration also came under fire for its handling of insecurity. Whilst campaigning, he promised to defeat the extremist group Boko Haram. he had some success. Security improved in the northeast of the country, and he subsequently oversaw the return of over 100 out of nearly 300 schoolgirls kidnapped in Chibok in 2014. But after a spate of recent attacks in Borno State, Boko Haram remains an ever-present threat to the country.
Muhammadu Buhari is only an imposter posing as the president. According to this escalating report, the real Buhari has been dead since 2017, and his imposter, who has since taken on the affairs of the country, is a clone who was replaced with a body double named Jubril al-Sudani from Sudan. Giving the unconfirmed story a better skeletal shape, it is said that a quiet cloning operation was carried out when President Buhari traveled on medical leave to the UK for 3 months in 2017. If we recall, the president was reportedly sick for quite some time during this period and indeed spent 3 months in the UK, causing many to believe he was terminally ill. Quoting Buhari following his arrival to Nigeria, where he insisted he is in good health and was never sick, the rumor mongers insist that it is one of the many reasons to believe that Buhari has indeed passed on to the great beyond, as his imposter is in such a good health shape and he doesn't even wear a face mask during this Rona pandemic.
Look live video now. Like, are we fools? Like, are we? I've checked him out. This man is not talking. This is not Buhari. Buhari don't die.
In light of this today, we will be going over 5 other reasons many Nigerians now strongly believe it's someone else and not Buhari that is running the affairs of the country. So, would you like to separate facts from fallacies? Condolence messages from foreign government. As far back as 2017, some unconfirmed media reported that the Queen of the United Kingdom, Queen Elizabeth II, sent a condolence message to Nigeria over the death of Buhari. The alleged message reads, "The death of President Buhari came to us as a shock. He has been one of the active pillars in Africa. May the good people of Nigeria and Africa know that our hearts are with them in these hard times." Again, it is alleged that during the 28th Ordinary Session of African Union AU Summit in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, which was held on February 2nd, 2017, all African heads of state and governments observed a 1-minute silence in memory of the late Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. This session was alleged to have been led by the outgoing president of AU in the person of the incumbent Chadian president Idris Deby Itno, who described Buhari as our late brother. Although many Nigerians believed this rumor or unconfirmed reports, hook, line and sinker, a popular online media, Premium Times, has since debunked the report. According to Premium Times, their investigations revealed that no time did the Queen of UK send a condolence message to Nigeria over Buhari's death, and the African Union never held a 1-minute silence in memory of late President Buhari. Aisha Buhari. The First Lady Aisha Buhari has also given Nigerians many reasons to believe that President Buhari is late. In a 2018 interview with Voice of America, Aisha Buhari made it known that 2 unnamed powerful people have hijacked her husband's administration. She would again make the same utterances in a phone interview with TVC, where she lamented that bad people are taking over her husband's next level government. And just so you would know, this is coming after a 2-month absence from Aso Rock and political gathering in the country. Leaving no important detail out, an unconfirmed screenshot in what looks like a broadcast from BBC shows that Aisha Buhari once stated that the man Nigerians call Buhari is not a husband, as she urged citizens to ask the northern leaders. To further cement this rumor, Aisha Buhari has noticeably been one of the biggest antagonists of the Buhari administration, and a post during the EndSARS protests says it all. It will be recalled that just days into the EndSARS protest, Aisha Buhari posted a short photo compilation of Buhari meeting with security officers and captioned it Achechi Jamar, which means rescue the people, when translated to English. Also, a song titled Arewa Nakuka, meaning the North Weeps, was playing in the background of the post. If this does not nonplus you, then you must believe in a fool's paradise. Come to think of it, what kind of first lady uses social media to communicate with her husband and antagonize him? Something is fishing. While we're not sure what it is, many Nigerians have concluded it's because Buhari is late. And this brings us to the daughter of the president, Muhammadu Buhari, Zara Buhari. Nigerian bloggers went fishing and what they caught is not palatable. In a photo that pictured Zara alongside President Buhari, Aisha Buhari, and 2 other members of their family, Zara hinted that her father, who should be in the picture, isn't. But taking a closer look at the picture again, President Buhari was obviously present in the picture. Are we missing something, or did we misunderstand a caption?
How can you have a country you claim you're proud of, and that country is run by 10-minute video recorded every 4 months? What sort of country is that? Every 4 months you issue a pre-recorded video to address 200 million people. What an insult.
Nnamdi Kanu. Many may have labeled the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, as a bad influence, but it has not stopped his passion for proving that the incumbent president, Buhari, is an imposter. In the past, Nnamdi Kanu boldly shared evidence that Buhari is indeed late and even went as far as stating that the late Buhari was right-handed and his imposter is left-handed. However, in recent times, especially in an interview with Ovation magazine boss Dele Momodu, Nnamdi Kanu comes out again with staggering evidence. According to him, the real Buhari is dead and was buried in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia in the presence of his wife, Aisha Buhari. Speaking further, Nnamdi Kanu noted that after Buhari's burial, a clone of him was done in London as agreed with the British authorities. He then noted that the said clone, named Yusuf Abubakar, is from Niger Republic.
There is no Buhari. Jubril was there. Jubril followed Abakari to Cuba and ran away from there and never came back. The man you have now in Asorok is from Niger Republic. His name is Yusuf Abubakar Muhammad. That's his name. Yusuf Abubakar Muhammad.
Leaving no detail out, Nnamdi Kanu also corroborated the unconfirmed report that Queen Elizabeth II sent a condolence message to Nigeria over Buhari's death. But he noted that the message was rescinded after the political cabals in Nigeria asked her to. Nnamdi Kanu, in his now viral interview with Dele Momodu, has called on Buhari to put the rumor to rest by holding a meeting with the youths and speak his mother's tongue during the meeting. Easy peasy, right? But will Buhari do it?
He cannot wear this. He cannot wear this. Because if he wears this, his ear will bend. Because he's rubber. They do not want to expose that the fact that Buhari is dead, because everybody depends on the oil and gas coming from Biafra land. Without oil and gas, Nigeria will be worse than a banana republic. There will be nothing happening there. Nigeria runs what is called a rentier economy. You sell oil and gas to import everything you need, including toothpick, including Indomie and pasta. So what is called the doctrine of stabilization. If you come out and you announce that Buhari is dead, there will be pandemonium everywhere. In fact, the US government feels that if they allow a precipitous collapse of Nigeria, it may impact the wider region. That is what the Africa desk at the State Department has been doing for very many years. So if you expose the fact that Buhari is dead, it will cause pandemonium and there will be regional destabilization.
Edited video. Following Buhari's recent address on the NSAS protest, many Nigerians have said that the video broadcasted live on TV was not only edited but pre-recorded. According to them, this must be because Buhari is indeed dead, as the address should have been live. Shockingly, the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, has admitted that he is the one who writes the script and the national address was indeed pre-recorded, but stated that it is inconsequential. According to Femi Adesina, all addresses from the covers of the president are pre-recorded. Trouble on jam train.
This is fucking editing. This man don't die. Look. Jesus, no, bro. Forget about the mouth. Like, don't this it, bro? Like this, don't this look like live broadcast?
Meanwhile, President Muhammadu has since 2018 debunked the rumors of him being late or cloned during a meeting with Nigerians in Poland.
No, wonder I forgot it until I was reminded. Yes, a lot of people hoped that I was dead. And hoped I died. And poor Vice President, and since people started asking for the office whether they consider them to be the Vice President because I was dead. They must have embarrassed him a lot because he visited me when I was very complex. But it's really me, I assure you. I will soon celebrate my 76th birthday and I'm still going strong. I only get harassed by my grandchildren, they are getting too many.
Although some of these reports are far from being authentic, as living conditions and insecurity in the country worsen, it has caused many to give it a second thought. Also, Buhari delayed response and insensitive attitude towards police brutality in the country, alongside his blatant refusal to acknowledge the gruesome Lekki tollgate massacre in his recent national address, and further fueled the rumor that Buhari indeed joined his ancestors a long time ago.
I have been meeting Buhari since 2010. Okay, and the last time I met him was 2 years ago inside Aso Rock with a former president, Africa. I met him, we interacted, he cracked jokes with me, he even said he seems to have added weight. I am telling you that I am not foolish not to know the person I've been seeing for 10 years. I've worked closely with him on his campaign, and yes, you could have your theory why you think. You see, my own theory is different because he was very sick. A lot of people thought that he would die and God restored his life, and I think that is why you think he is dead. I am personally convinced that he's alive.
With all this evidence laid out, do you agree President Buhari is no more?
But having said that, and I've also expressed my condolences, the other side of the coin is, what are his legacies? It's one thing to occupy the positions he occupied, but it's another thing altogether. What are we going to remember Muhammad Buhari for? And that is where it gets a little tricky. I hear a lot of people who say it is un-African to talk ill of the dead. But I also think it is unethical to lie about the dead. And lying about the dead is not only when you don't say good things, but when you say what the person is not. Wherever Muhammad Buhari is today, if he is seeing what is being said about him, and I think the man might be pitching himself to ask, are these people really talking about me? Because all the things I am reading these days, a patriot who united Nigeria, who took Nigeria to greatest heights, blah, 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 blah. Are they really talking about former President Muhammad Buhari, or are they talking about another person altogether? In any case,
I guess it depends on who's owning this.
No, but look, this man left office. We're not talking about Buhari of the military era that you can say is well over 30-something years ago. He left office, he was overthrown on August 25th, 1985, so 40 years ago. We're talking about a man who left office barely 2 years ago. So it is recent history. We are living with the impact of the decisions he took, the actions and inactions of Muhammad Buhari in office. So this idea of saying that it depends on who is now looking at it, we are all looking at it, we are all living witnesses.
Yeah, but if you look, the political class, it's almost like a copy and paste message that is coming from them. And then when we do a vox pop of ordinary Nigerians,
they're
angry.
Yeah, they're very angry.
Yes, but even the political class, they are living a lie. See, something is instructive. Aisha Buhari, Buhari's widow, said Buhari told her, to apologize to Nigerians. Look, something must be going on in the man's mind for him to have left that instruction before he died. The truth of the matter is that all the fault lines that have already been there were exacerbated by the presidency of Muhammadu Buhari. And look, is it not ironic? It's a shame that Buhari, after 8 years in office as the president, died in a London hospital. Even if for no other thing, that says a lot.
Different way, and it is what it is. That's why reactions are as mixed as they are.
I would also say the man has passed, and he's not here to defend himself.
He can't undo anything that's done.
What lessons can we learn from this?
The lessons. But then, let me first of all address the issue of the man is gone, therefore. No. After all, till tomorrow, people are talking about Sani Abacha. I think it smacks of hypocrisy for the same people who demonize Sani Abacha, for instance, to say, no, don't speak ill of the dead. Even as Christians, till tomorrow, there are characters in the Bible that you don't eulogize. We talk about Judas. He betrayed Jesus Christ. We talk about Jezebel. So, what you do here, and that takes me to the lesson, that those who are in office now should learn a lesson. That, look, this thing does not last forever.
Yes. What transient?
What does last forever are the things.
For your legacies.
You do, the legacies you leave behind. Today, President Bola Ahmed TINUBU is there. If I were him, what will concern me most? How will people remember me tomorrow? Particularly when I am no longer in a position
of power.
But these guys get in there and they forget that there is a tomorrow. All of us will die eventually.
Can be 6 feet. That's all the space will occupy.
Nobody is going to leave this place alive.
Resurrect now.
Well, even if you resurrect now.
What's it when you are
ascension? Yes.
On the last day.
When the trumpet calls. But even still, one day I wake up and I don't realize the trumpet has called. I'm left with the rest of these people.
Until that day comes. But the reality is that nobody is going to leave this earth alive.
Yes.
All of us are going to die. What will matter after that are the legacies you're going to leave behind. Today we're talking about Muhammadu Buhari. Look, missed bag, no missed bag. Buhari came into office and said he was going to be judged on 3 parameters. Number 1, economy. Number 2, security. And fighting corruption.
Okay, corruption, yes.
On those 3 fronts, the man failed. In the area of economy, even his successors, who are still members of the same political party, TINUBU continues telling us up to tomorrow that he inherited an economy that was dead, literally.
From his same party member.
The same issue on insecurity. And then when we talk about the corruption, look, there are people who say Buhari as a person was not corrupt. Maybe. But again,
when you allow corruption around you.
Exactly. When you run a government that has been adjudged as arguably one of the most corrupt, at least in this 4th Republic. What are you talking about? Here we have the humanitarian ministry, we know all that took place there. Here we had a regime where Minister of Aviation went to Ethiopia,
borrowed a plane,
and came here and said he was launching a Nigeria. Today he's still standing trial.
He's part of the opposition and the coalition now.
And everywhere you looked at under Muhammadu Buhari, for people doing their own things, amassing wealth.
The CBN governor.
The CBN governor is still standing trial today. These guys were doing ways and means, printing money.
NNPC.
NNPC, and don't forget, Muhammadu Buhari was the Minister of Petroleum.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see everything that was said as far as this video is concerned. You know, a lot of people came out and they said, no, don't say anything in of the dead. Nah, the person that poof and the person that have gone, stop saying anything bad as regards the dead and all of that. But some Nigerians categorize, you can hear that man speaking in that very video, in that very interview. That man make it known, he said, if you are saying that we should not say in of the dead, is it that even the bad people that did a lot of terrible things when they are alive, once they poof like that, their sins are forgiven and their sins are washed away? So the people that they actually poof into getting the regime of Buhari and all of that, and a lot of atrocities that were actually committed as far as Buhari regime is concerned and all of that, the kind of hunger that actually come upon Nigeria, the kind of multidimensional poverty and hardship that come on Nigeria. So the moment Buhari poof, all those things should just be forgotten. Automatically Buhari have become a saint the moment he poof. Now let's call a spade a spade. Let's be sincere to ourselves. You can see the man actually challenging the process because the pain have actually been common. It have been common since when Buhari proved that don't say anything in of the dead, don't say anything bad of the dead. If the dead is alive, the moment the dead is not dead, the moment the dead is still living on the surface of the earth, that person should do something good so that his legacies can be remembered for good as well. If you should study the Bible, that man said it in this very video. If you should look at your Bible very well, when you are studying your Bible, you notice that there are some biblical accounts with some characters like Jezebel and some other people. Whenever they talk about Jezebel in this present age, did they say anything good as regards Jezebel? Those people that are saying that don't say in of the dead, don't say anything in of the dead, when they're reading their Bible, are they saying anything good? Are they not saying something in as regards Jezebel, Judas Iscariot, and the lives of others? When they're talking about Herod, are they saying good thing as regards Herod or Pharaoh? Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking. That shows that whenever someone poof and the person did bad thing when the person was actually alive, that shows that the legacy of the person will be remembered for bad. The same thing is applicable to Buhari. So all the atrocities that were committed, a lot of people actually poof of hunger in the regime of Buhari. Do you know a lot of people actually died of hunger in Nigeria? Do you know, I do not have the idea of people that insecurity actually took their life away as far as the regime of Buhari is concerned, and some people are still coming up to say that they should not speak in of the dead? You can drop your opinion in the comment section of this video as regard what you feel about Buhari in question, because all these things happen under his nose and they did not pity us, they did not pity Nigerians. He himself did not pity Nigerians when he was actually alive. Do a lot of things that are actually said about him as regards the double body and all of that. It was Jubril that came to Nigeria from Sudan, Buhari posted himself. Everything was actually allegedly. Because I keep saying it, nobody have the true fact unless we hear from those people that are actually seated in Aso Rock. They are all those APC people. They know the truth of the matter. All the propagandas that are actually moving up and down in the air and all of that, they know the truth of the matter. They know that this person is saying the truth and they know that this person is lying. But they will be silent. They will not come out to say anything as regards that. You know, you can see the way they actually stated everything as regards Buhari in this very video. You can see everything that was said. You know, according to a lot of Nigerians, what Nigerians believe was that the Buhari they knew in 2015 that they actually voted for, they said the man was actually a very good man. They said the man actually mean well for Nigeria, that the man was just like Yaradua, the late Yaradua. Because till now, people still speak of Yaradua and they said good pain as regards Yaradua, even for the fact that he used just 2 years in power. Now the fact remains now, the same Buhari and Yar'Adua, they came from the same Katsina state, and a lot of people believe that Buhari spent 2 years in office, that from 2015 to 2017 or 2018 or thereabout. Likewise, they said Yar'Adua to use 2 years in office allegedly. Those are what a lot of people are saying. Now they said the Buhari they voted for in 2015 mean well for Nigeria and actually working for the betterment of Nigeria, because they said the man actually wanted change in Nigeria. That's why he said APC change back then. That was it. But after 2 years, according to what a lot of people are saying, they said after 2 years that the Buhari poof, that the man that mean well for Nigeria poof after 2 years in office, and that was 2017 or thereabout. Allegedly, everything is still alleged, but the fact remains, they said the man that later came, that ordered the shooting at the toll gate and all of that and blah blah blah, they said that man is not the Buhari they voted for in 2015, that the Buhari they voted for in 2015 are poof. They said the man they voted for in 2015 was the man that was fighting corruption and doing all manner of things, trying to squeeze the life out of the nose of a lot of Nigerian corrupt politicians and all of that. He did not allow them to have a breathing nose as far as corruption is concerned. He did not allow them to mafia any money. That was the man they said they voted for in 2015. But they said the moment the man they voted for in 2015 poof, they said the man that was there is not the man that was actually controlling the affairs of the country. They said it was Kaba that actually took over, and the wife of Buhari actually came out to buttress the fact that Kabas have taken over. All these things are still speculations of Nigeria, and everything is still under allegedly. Now, like us to drop a pin in the comment section on this video as you got everything that was said in this very video from BBC and all of that. You heard everything that was said. Drop a pin in the comment section on this video. I said it earlier, I said everything did not have a concrete evidence. Nobody have a concrete evidence as regards maybe it was double body or all of that, it was the same Buhari that was there, all of that. Nobody had the evidence. We need to hear from those people governing the country in the Aso Rock there. The APC people are the one that have the answer. The cabals in question, they are the one that have the answer to the questions of Nigeria, including Buhari. So aside those people, everything will still be under allegedly and all of that. Now drop a pin in the comment section of this video, as I'm gonna cut and that one for you, and share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG Watch TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video, and bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, be pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the back, where politician with the do pass himself. Why you waiting for church? All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.